Jewish vegetarians call upon environmental groups to promote vegetarianism. In a press release issued on March 7, the Jewish Vegetarians of North America applauded the recent efforts of the Union of Concerned Scientists, UCS, to garner scientist signatures for a petition urging policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. However, they stated, UCS, like most scientific groups, are overlooking an inconvenient truth that even Al Gore has not sufficiently addressed. A November 2006 report from the UN Food and Agriculture Organization documenting that animal-based agriculture emits more greenhouse gases and CO2 equivalents than all forms of transportation worldwide combined. God bless you and thank you, Jewish vegetarians of North America, for hearkening the call to go veg to save our planet and preserve the beautiful myriad of species on Mother Earth. May the detrimental effects of climate change be reversed through the help of such loving actions.
Irish university students call for green audits. The Union of Students in Ireland, USI, convened on Saturday to make a call for universities not to wait for government legislation and instead take the lead in introducing environmental audits. Speaking of the benefits of such measures, Environmental Awareness Officer Dave Curran said planners would be able to use the information gathered to inform improvements to public transport infrastructure and to design new environmentally friendly campus buildings and student accommodation. Union of Students in Ireland, you have our gratitude for taking lead in ensuring that all colleges in Ireland live up to a green standard. May your praiseworthy endeavours inspire many others to enact similar measures that allow us to tread more lightly on our beloved planet.
European Union and United States hold high-level climate change dialogue in Washington, D.C. On Friday, the European Union's Environmental Commissioner, Stavros Dimas, met with American government officials to discuss climate change and renewable energy. He encouraged the U.S. government to sign an international climate change treaty before 2009. He also expressed his hope that the current presidential candidates support carbon trading to lower emissions. We laud your efforts, European Union and United States, to make progress on climate change policies. May heaven bless all government leaders to guide us toward clean and green living for a healthier biosphere.
Green Passport supports environmentally conscious tourism. The United Nations Environment Programme, in collaboration with tourism ministries of France and Brazil, has launched a Green Passport internet campaign to encourage tourists to take their environmentally friendly practices with them. The campaign offers tips such as travelling to destination countries that have a demonstrated eco-conscious and fair wage history, as well as ways to reduce consumption of energy during travels. Visitors are also encouraged to help the social and economical development of host communities by buying locally made eco-friendly souvenirs. Bravo, United Nations Environment Programme and Tourism Ministries, for these thoughtful measures to help safeguard our environment. May your guide help travellers worldwide make wise and caring choices that enhance their enjoyment while benefiting our natural surroundings.
Washington State passes climate change plan. Following the U.S. states of California, New Jersey, and Hawaii, Washington will become the fourth to enact limits on greenhouse gas emissions. The bill, which was proposed by Governor Christine Gregoire as part of her Climate Advisory Team initiatives, has passed in the state legislature. The new law will require incremental emission reductions and allows for the creation of 25,000 green-collar jobs by the year 2020. We respectfully salute you, Governor Gregoire, and the Evergreen State, for this law that will keep our planet on the right course. May we all be inspired to take action in helping to protect the environment.
Sony wins top score on a Greenpeace electronics survey. Recently, Sony scored the highest among 14 major electronics manufacturers that submitted information for Greenpeace's Searching for Greener Electronics survey. The survey asked questions about the manufacturing of desktops, notebooks, mobile phones and PDAs, and rated each company according to energy efficiency, recyclability, and the use of safe substances. Congratulations, Sony, on your significant green advances. Our appreciation goes to Greenpeace for raising our awareness about the environmental impact of our computers and electronics. May all future products benefit humanity and nature equally.
Bill introduced in U.S. House to allow California to set car emission standards. 60-member lawmakers in the U.S. House of Representatives are proposing a bill that would permit the state of California to regulate carbon dioxide emission standards for cars licensed in the state. 12 other states have expressed their wish to follow suit. Our accolades and appreciation legislators for addressing the urgent issue of global warming. We pray that your bill passes and that similar legislation continues to be enacted throughout the world.
China and Europe co-host Biodiversity Conference. The international workshop on biodiversity and climate change, held on Thursday and Friday in Beijing, was attended by representatives from international governmental agencies, research institutes and NGOs. Expert speakers stated that although global temperature increases of around 2 degrees Celsius could mean the extinction of 20 to 30% of the Earth's species, maintaining healthy ecosystems with strong biodiversity can help diminish these effects. China and European Union, we truly appreciate of your sponsorship of this forum to share and increase cooperation in preserving the rich diversity of life on our planet. Surely all of God's many creations are grateful for diligent endeavors such as these.
Only $190 billion per year could save the world. In the latest version of Lester Brown's book, Plan B, he states that this amount of money would eliminate global poverty, provide access to universal health care, stabilize population growth, and reverse global warming. The figure is significantly less than the $1.2 trillion in military spending on a global basis. Mr. Brown is a highly respected figure and has been referred to as the guru of the environmental movement. Our deepest gratitude, Mr. Brown, for presenting this economically sound and highly feasible plan. We pray that all the world's people join efforts quickly and peacefully work together in preserving lives and our shared Earth.
An eco-friendly trip across the Pacific. Seasoned Japanese sailor and environmentalist Kenichi Hori is set to travel across the Pacific using only wave power. Mr. Hori is well known for being the first person to sail by himself across the Pacific from Japan to San Francisco in 1962. His upcoming 7,000-kilometer journey will be made from Honolulu to Japan on a vessel built from recycled materials. Bon voyage, Mr. Hori. May you continue to inspire us all to travel in environmentally friendly ways.
Global warming could bring more schistosomiasis in China. According to a study published by the American Journal of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene, rising temperatures and increased flooding in China means that the country could see cases of parasite-induced disease, schistosomiasis, extend to previously safe regions. Scientists predict that by 2050, schistosoma could spread to an added 783,883 square kilometers, which is over 8% of the total area of China. Many thanks, scientists, for bringing us yet another reason to rapidly work to halt global warming. May Providence grant us the wisdom and courage to act now to protect our fragile planet and her inhabitants.
2007 spring freeze, understood as climate change phenomenon. The U.S. Department of Energy funded a recent study that examines data, including satellite data, to understand the Easter freeze of 2007. After an unusually warm March in the eastern part of the United States stimulated early plant growth, an April freeze damaged the vulnerable young crops and other plants. Lead author Dr. Lang Honggu stated, "This freeze should not be viewed as an isolated event. Rather, it represents a realistic climate change scenario that has long concerned plant ecologists." We greatly appreciate these observations, Dr. Lang Honggu and team. May the Providence motivate our global community to make necessary changes, maintain the delicate equilibrium of our ecosystem.
As part of a drive to improve the environment, Beijing has begun a pollution census, evaluating 90,000 potential pollution sources.
Sony recycles old Sony product commercials to encourage consumers to recycle old electronics.
New Zealand to build its country's second largest geothermal power station for its growing population.
Senior Chinese leaders joined panel discussions with lawmakers and discussed, among other topics, the importance of energy-efficient and eco-friendly industry practices.
Starting next year, Japan's Honda plans to expand its production of small hybrid vehicles that will also be more affordable.
The largest ever transmission project for wind energy in the U.S. begins in California and is expected to serve 3 million homes.
China pledges to make tangible steps to save energy and reduce emissions this year, including the closure of many old iron manufacturing plants.